In a few days, the world will participate in a mass delusion. Billions of people will look at a clock. They will watch a number change from one digit to another, and they will tell themselves a lie. New year, new me. They will celebrate. They will drink. They will make grand promises to themselves. This year, I will get fit. This year, I will be rich. This year, I will change. They are drunk on hope. They are high on the fantasy of a fresh start. But fast forward to February, the gyms are empty again, the books are unread, the business plans are gathering dust. The new me has died, and the old you is back on the throne, fatter and lazier than before. Why does this happen every single year? Because you are relying on a calendar to save you. You are waiting for a magical date to give you permission to live. You treat January 1st like a savior. But the calendar is just paper. The sun does not know it is a new year. The universe does not care. Seneca said, "While we are postponing, life speeds by." Celebrating the new year is often just celebrating the fact that you survived another year of mediocrity without dying. Is that your standard, survival, or do you want transformation? If you are waiting for January 1st to change your life, you have already failed. Today, on Philostrion, we are going to destroy your New Year's resolutions. We are going to replace the hype with iron. We are going to teach you how to treat the passage of time not as a party, but as a deadline. Law number 1. The calendar is a construct. Why are you waiting? If you realize you need to change your life in December, but you wait until January to start, you are not serious. You are procrastinating. You are telling yourself, "I will be a glutton for 3 more weeks, and then I will be disciplined." This is the logic of an addict. One last hit before I quit. The Stoic understands that time is continuous. The division of years is an invention of man. To a Stoic, every morning is New Year's Day. Every sunrise is the start of a new epoch. Epictetus asked, "How long are you going to wait before you demand the best for yourself?" When you tie your ambition to a specific date, you are externalizing your power. You are saying, "I cannot control myself. I need the calendar to control me." This is weakness. A king does not wait for the stars to align. A king commands. If you want to quit smoking, you throw the pack away now, not after the countdown. If you want to build a business, you write the plan now, not on Monday. The New Year mentality is a trap designed to keep you docile. It gives you an excuse to delay the pain of change. Stop looking at the date. Look at the mirror. The only time that exists is now. Start today, or admit that you never will. Law number 2, systems over hopes. Resolution comes from the Latin word resolvere, to loosen, to unbind. Ironically, most people's resolutions are loose. They are vague wishes. I want to lose weight. I want to read more. These are not goals. These are fantasies. The reason 90% of resolutions fail by February is that they rely on motivation. Motivation is a feeling. It comes from the dopamine hit of the new year. But feelings fade. January is cold. The alarm clock is loud. The bed is warm. When the feeling leaves, what is left? The Stoic does not rely on hope. He relies on systems. He relies on discipline. Marcus Aurelius didn't hope to be a good emperor. He had a rigorous routine. He had a code. Don't say, "I will read 50 books this year." Say, "I will read 10 pages every morning before I touch my phone." No exceptions. Don't say, "I will get fit." Say, I will go to the gym 4 days a week, even if I am tired, even if I am sick, even if the world is ending. You need a code of conduct, not a wish list. A wish is passive. A code is active. Kill your hope. Hope makes you weak because it assumes the outcome is out of your hands. Replace hope with the cold, mechanical execution of a daily habit. Forget the year. Win the day. Law number 3. Winter is for war. Society tells you that the end of the year is for relaxation, for feasting, for taking a break. They get fat. They get slow. They get soft. This is your opportunity. While the world is hibernating, the Stoic is forging. The winter months are dark and cold. This is not a mistake of nature. It is a design. The darkness removes distractions. The cold hardens the skin. This is the best time to build. Imagine you are a seed buried in the earth. It is dark. It is uncomfortable. But in that darkness, you are gathering energy. You are growing roots. So when spring comes, when everyone else is just waking up with a hangover, you are already breaking the surface. You are already a tree. Don't spend this season celebrating what you haven't done yet. Spend it in the shadows, quietly, intensely. Let them post their parties on Instagram. Let them cheer. You stay in the lab. You stay in the gym. You stay in the library. Get a head start. By the time they realize the race has started in March, you will be so far ahead they won't even see your dust. Use the cold to freeze your distractions. Use the dark to focus your light. Law number 4. You cannot put new wine in old wineskins. You say new year, new me, but you drag the old you with you. You keep the same toxic friends. You keep the same bad habits. You keep the same victim mindset. You are just putting a new calendar on a rotting wall. If you truly want a new life, you must commit a murder. You must kill the old you. You must look at the person you were this year, the lazy one, the fearful one, the one who wasted time. And you must say goodbye to him. Seneca said, I am not only being reformed, but transformed. Transformation is violent. It requires destruction. You have to destroy your comfort zone. You have to destroy your excuses. This New Year's Eve, don't just drink champagne. Perform a funeral. Write down every habit, every fear, and every person that held you back this year and burn the list. Physicalize the detachment. That person is dead. He does not exist anymore. I am what remains. If you don't kill the old version of yourself, he will sabotage the new version. He knows your weaknesses. He knows your passwords. He knows how to make you quit. End him. Leave his corpse in December. Walk into January alone. Law number 5. Amor fati, love the past year. Many of you are looking back at this year with regret. I didn't achieve my goals. I lost money. I had my heart broken. You feel shame. You want to erase this year from your memory. Stop. The Stoic does not regret. The Stoic accepts. Friedrich Nietzsche, the heir to Stoicism, taught us amor fati, love your fate. Look at the pain you suffered this year. Did it kill you? No. Then it strengthened you. The betrayal taught you self-reliance. The failure taught you resilience. The loneliness taught you to enjoy your own company. Do not enter the new year carrying the heavy luggage of regret. It will slow you down. Instead, extract the data. Why did I fail? Lack of discipline. Good. Now I know. Why did I lose money? Bad risk management. Good. Now I know. Treat the past year as a lesson you paid a high price for. You already paid the tuition, the pain. Don't leave the classroom without the lesson. Take the wisdom, leave the emotion, thank the year for the scars, and move on. Law number 6, define true success. Most New Year's resolutions are external. I want a better car. I want a hotter partner. I want 100,000 followers. These are indifferents to a Stoic. They are not up to you. You can do everything right and still not get them, and if you chase them, you will be anxious all year. Make a Stoic resolution this year. Focus on character, not conquest. Instead of, I want to be rich, resolve, I will be industrious and prudent. Wealth follows this. Instead of, I want to be loved, resolve, I will be a man of honor and kindness. Love follows this. Focus on the inputs, not the outputs. Your resolution should be something that no market crash, no breakup, and no bad luck can take away from you. I resolve to be the master of my own mind. I resolve to speak only the truth. I resolve to face my fears. When you aim for virtue, you cannot fail. When you aim for material things, you are gambling. Don't start the year by gambling with your happiness. Start it by building a fortress of character. Law number 7, you didn't gain a year, you lost one. People celebrate another year. They think they're adding to their life. Seneca corrects this delusion. We are dying every day. For every day, a little of our life is taken from us. You did not just gain 2024. You spent 2023. It is gone. It is dead. You are 1 year closer to your grave. Does that sound depressing? Good. Let it depress you. Let it scare you. And then let it wake you up. You don't have infinite New Years waiting for you. You have a limited number of chips in your hand. You just threw one more onto the table. Did you play it well, or did you waste it? Stop acting like you have forever. I'll do it next year. How many next years do you think you have? Imagine this is your last year, because it very well might be. If you knew you wouldn't see the next January 1st, would you waste this one scrolling on your phone? Would you waste it being afraid? Let the shadow of death sharpen your focus. Do not waste this fresh block of time. Devour it. Use every second. Squeeze the life out of this year before it squeezes the life out of you. The fireworks are fading. The champagne is flat. The party is over. Now comes the reality. Most people will go back to sleep in a few days. They will return to the matrix. But you are still awake. You have the map. You have the tools. You have the philosophy. Do not wait for January 1st. Do not wait for Monday. Do not wait for the perfect feeling. The starting gun is in your hand. Pull the trigger. Run. Ascend.